Preparing for a NASCAR race requires a comprehensive approach that encompasses both physical and mental aspects. To begin with, physical training plays a vital role in ensuring that drivers can withstand the physical demands of racing. NASCAR drivers engage in rigorous training sessions, dedicating several hours each day to cardio exercises, strength training, and flexibility routines. These activities help them build endurance, strength, and agility, allowing them to maneuver their cars effectively throughout the race. However, physical training alone is not sufficient. Mental preparation is equally crucial for NASCAR drivers. The sport requires intense focus, quick decision-making, and the ability to handle pressure effectively. To achieve this, drivers employ various mental techniques, such as visualization and meditation, to sharpen their mental acuity and maintain concentration during the long race durations. By visualizing their performance and mentally rehearsing different racing scenarios, drivers can better prepare themselves for the challenges that they may encounter on race day. Car preparation is another essential aspect of getting ready for a NASCAR race. NASCAR teams invest significant time and effort in meticulously preparing their cars. This involves conducting thorough inspections of the car's chassis and engine, fine-tuning the suspension, and optimizing the aerodynamics. The goal is to ensure that the car is in optimal condition to deliver top performance during the race. By paying meticulous attention to the car's mechanical aspects, teams strive to maximize speed, stability, and maneuverability, giving their drivers a competitive edge. Practice is a key element in a driver's preparation for a NASCAR race. Before each race, drivers typically get the opportunity to complete several practice laps. This enables them to familiarize themselves with the track layout, test various racing strategies, and refine their racing lines. Through practice, drivers can develop a better understanding of the track's nuances, such as optimal racing lines and braking points, which can significantly influence their performance on race day. Developing an effective race strategy is essential for NASCAR drivers aiming for victory. This strategy encompasses multiple factors, including determining the ideal time to make pit stops, managing fuel consumption, and executing strategic overtakes. By carefully analyzing track conditions, competitor behavior, and their own car's performance, drivers can formulate a plan that maximizes their chances of success. A well-executed race strategy can provide a competitive advantage and increase the likelihood of a favorable outcome. It is important to note that NASCAR racing is not solely an individual endeavor, but a team sport. Successful drivers understand the significance of teamwork and collaboration with their crew chiefs and pit crews. Close communication and coordination with these team members enable drivers to receive critical information such as real-time race updates, tire condition assessments, and strategic advice. The collective efforts of the driver and the team contribute to the overall performance and success in NASCAR racing. For fans and spectators attending a NASCAR race, there are some tips to enhance their experience. Arriving early at the track allows for ample time to explore, find suitable seats, and soak in the vibrant atmosphere. Bringing the right gear, such as sunscreen, sunglasses, a hat, comfortable shoes, and a camera, ensures comfort and the ability to capture memorable moments. Given the potentially hot conditions, staying hydrated is crucial, and having a refillable water bottle on hand is a wise choice. Above all, NASCAR offers a unique opportunity to enjoy the excitement of the race while bonding with friends and family, fostering a sense of camaraderie among fellow fans. Have you ever wondered why we invest so much time and effort preparing for temporal events like a NASCAR race, but often neglect to prepare for God's holidays or events? When it comes to preparing for significant events, such as a NASCAR race, people invest considerable time, effort, and resources. They engage in physical training, mental preparation, car inspection, and strategic planning to ensure success. However, it is disheartening to see how we often neglect or make excuses when it comes to preparing for God's events. We often delay or overlook our spiritual responsibilities, always assuming we can address them later, only to find ourselves forgetting or neglecting them altogether. This behavior not only demonstrates a lack of reverence and commitment towards God, but it also has the potential to anger Him. Do we truly understand the significance of being spiritually prepared and the potential consequences of failing to prioritize our relationship with God? In the Bible, we find numerous passages that emphasize the importance of preparing ourselves for God's presence and His appointed times. For instance, in Exodus 19 verse 10 and 11, Moses conveys God's instructions to the people of Israel. Go to the people and consecrate them today and tomorrow. Have them wash their clothes and be ready by the third day, because on that day the Lord will come down on Mount Sinai in the sight of all the people. Here, God commands the Israelites to prepare themselves physically and spiritually for His presence. They were to consecrate themselves, wash their clothes, and be ready to meet Him. If that were you, would you be ready to meet Him? Can you meet Him not just physically, but also mentally and especially spiritually? Similarly, in Matthew 25 verses 1 to 13, Jesus shares the parable of the 10 virgins, illustrating the significance of being prepared for His return. 5 of the virgins were wise and brought extra oil for their lamps, while the other 5 were foolish and did not. When the bridegroom arrived, the 5 wise virgins were ready to meet Him, but the foolish ones were unprepared. Jesus concludes the parable by saying, "Therefore keep watch, because you do not know the day or the hour." This passage reminds us that we must be prepared at all times for the coming of the Lord. Furthermore, in Luke chapter 12 verses 35 to 40, Jesus urges His followers to be ready for His return. He states, "Be dressed ready for service, and keep your lamps burning, like servants waiting for their master to return from a wedding banquet, so that when he comes and knocks, they can immediately open the door for him." You must also be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not expect Him. This passage emphasizes the need for constant readiness and vigilance in our spiritual lives. Have we truly grasped the urgency and unpredictability of the Lord's return, as emphasized in the parable of the 10 virgins? The consistent message throughout the Bible is clear. We are called to be prepared for God's presence and His appointed times. It is not enough to delay or make excuses when it comes to our spiritual responsibilities. Just as we invest time, effort, and resources in our passions, livelihoods, and entertainments, we must treat God and our relationship with Him with even greater importance. When we prioritize our earthly pursuits, do we consider that our relationship with God is deserving of even greater dedication and commitment? If we can commit ourselves to prepare for a NASCAR race or any other temporal event, how much more should we dedicate ourselves to preparing for God's presence? Let us prioritize our spiritual lives and actively seek to deepen our relationship with Him. Let us remember that God deserves our utmost reverence, devotion, and commitment. As the Apostle Paul reminds us in Colossians chapter 3 verses 23 and 24, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving." In a world filled with distractions and competing priorities, it can be easy to overlook the significance of prayer time, devotional time, and active participation in a faith community. However, we must understand that nurturing a meaningful relationship with God requires intentional effort and consistent commitment. It involves dedicating regular time for prayer, seeking His guidance, and delving into His Word to gain deeper insights into His character and will. Moreover, active engagement in a community of believers provides opportunities for growth, encouragement, and accountability. Let us examine our lives and consider how we can prioritize these essential aspects of our spiritual journey. By aligning our lives with the truth that our relationship with God surpasses all temporal pursuits, we open ourselves to a transformative experience. When we prioritize our relationship with Him, spending dedicated time in prayer, engaging in regular devotion, and actively participating in a faith community, we begin to witness the profound impact it has on our lives. This commitment not only deepens our understanding of God's love and grace, but also allows us to experience the joy, peace, and fulfillment that come from walking intimately with our Creator. May we embrace the invitation to know God beyond mere knowledge and cultivate a genuine, life-transforming relationship with Him.